What's up, guys? Back at the airport and heading out on another trip. So this is going to be a fun one. Heading to Europe's Strongest Man first, and then we've got to continue with the filming project that we've been working on in all these different locations. So we will be in the UK and then eventually in Scotland, but we're going to try to bring you along for the ride. It's going to be a fun one, interesting trip, and hopefully we can capture a lot of that on video for you. Always got to have the water to stay hydrated. All right, guys, so update on my seat situation. I'm in a business class seat, but on British Airways. And I learned my lesson with British Airways that the aisle seats in business have this horrible plastic that comes out, and I literally can't put my shoulders back. So I'm in a situation where business class is fully booked. I couldn't upgrade to first class because that's sold out. So now I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with my seat, because I don't know that I can deal with 10 hours of not being able to sit back because my shoulders don't fit. So we will see when we get on the plane what happens, but yeah, awesome. I don't know how I got an aisle seat, but apparently I did. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Try to stay positive.
No.
Approximately 10 hours later.
All right, guys, so made it here to London. The flight ended up working out. I had a guy that saw how I didn't fit in my seat, and the flight attendant saw that as well, and so it just kind of worked out where he was like, oh, I'll take that seat and you can have mine. So it's crazy. For whatever reason, British Airways, like their business class configuration is very, very strange. The worst business class, I have to say, I've ever flown in. But yeah, you get trapped. If you're on the inside, you get trapped because the people lay their footrests down. And then if you're on the outside, you have to deal with that plastic in your back for the whole flight. So the seat was better, certainly not massive, but whatever. It worked out. So made it here, and just grabbing some quick breakfast. This is like a traditional UK breakfast. So they do it a little bit different. All the time baked beans for whatever reason, and then chips. They call fries chips. So chips and beans and eggs and some bacon and sausage. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna down this, and then we've got another flight coming up from London to get to Leeds, which is where Europe's Strongest Man is being held. So we got to transfer terminals and handle all that, figure out how to check in for that next flight, all that good stuff. But gonna eat now, and then we'll get to that. What's up, guys? So made it to the final destination, which is Leeds. Apparently the automatic doors don't open very quickly here, but glad to be done with that. The last plane seat there was not very big, but there was no option on that plane just because it's just a little commuter plane here in the UK. So anyway, I'm happy to be done flying, happy to be here. Can't see any blue sky. It's gray, which is typical UK weather, but anyway, time to get to the hotel and drop off the bags and figure out what's gonna happen from there. Pull. There you go. Almost. You're going under the table. Oh, you got it. You got it, man. Good job. It's stuck on your arm. All right, guys. So we have just been talking, a lot about arm wrestling. And Neil actually sets up matches, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm matchmaker for World Arm Wrestling League.
So for World Arm Wrestling League, he makes matches. And Mr. Vytautas Lawless has been a Lithuanian arm wrestling champion.
Yeah,
right? And Arm Wars champion. So he's been arm wrestling for 8 years. Before he turned to strongman, and he did a couple small things like winning the Arnold Classic. I don't know, second at World's Strongest Man. Yeah, a couple things.
Not major.
But we're having fun talking about us potentially doing an arm wrestling match that we set up. Maybe I'll come to Ireland and train a little bit. Anyway, so we're just having fun, impromptu in the lobby of the hotel here.
As you do.
As we do, yeah. So I don't know. I feel like he has a little bit of a head start on me. What do you think?
That much, yeah. And you have to do that much of catching up.
Okay.
Yeah. But
And how long will that take you?
I think you're the person who can do that.
Okay.
All right. So I'll give you that.
Something fun to talk about, but I think we need to figure out something in the future. For sure. It's got my wheels turning.
Yeah, right. Get the layers of technique on them. So, but you say in America, I'm doing that here with you, right?
Well, obviously, I need to come train with Neil too. That's not fair. You can't have that big of an advantage.
Yeah, I want that actually. I think I need that advantage, to be honest. You know?
Anyway, so we'll see if we can get something set up. Maybe coming in the future.
Nice, easy motion like that. Can you see arm rolling?
Oh, I see what you're you're pulling back.
You need to use all your body. Most of the movement.
So this here.
Well, I have
here.
to hook you because your arm's so long.
Gotcha.
It's actually more effective if I don't.
Okay.
It's more effective if I could get around you. I'd go almost that. Straight back.
Because then that would open me up.
But my arm's not long enough to do that. You have like 2 inches of height difference. Your wrist is the middle of my hand.
Gotcha.
So in order to get on your arm, what I would do is, same situation, I put in there, and on the hit, I'd move across to engage your arm.
Sure.
And then down.
Gotcha.
Understand what I mean? So I'm going across to engage.
Because of the arm like that, negates that.
Yeah. You wouldn't need to do that. You can actually, what you can do to counter my move is actually pronate quite hard. So on the setup, you pronate backwards this way.
Okay.
And can you see how that blocks me?
Yeah.
Now then you slide your elbow back and you're outside my hand. You see it? I got to come back to get you.
Yeah, I got you.
So your pronation blocks that movement.
I thought you were actually doing wrestling. I was like, I'm going to watch how this ends.
Made it back to my room. It's been a crazy day of travel. A lot of different things, flight connections, flying to London. I almost can't even hardly remember all of it. And we hit the ground running once we got here, basically dropped our bags, went to get some food. And then for some reason, we were just kind of talking shop as we all do when we get together, because I've known these guys for a long time. So Vytautas Lawless is actually a pretty accomplished arm wrestler for sure. I mean, he definitely knows what he's doing. And then Neil kind of jumped in, and he's a match organizer, and as guys do, we start talking, and there's always been a little bit of interest for me in arm wrestling anyway, and I've definitely watched some arm wrestling matches and that type of thing, and I always kind of thought in the back of my head is something that I may be interested in getting into after Strongman. I'm just not the type of guy that can stop being competitive, so whenever I choose to be done with Strongman, that's something that I might kind of dabble in. And for me, dabbling means I'll train full time and do everything I possibly can to be the best that I possibly can at that. But it was fun. It was actually neat to kind of pick up a couple of the techniques and, see, how much gamesmanship, if that's a good word, goes into, setting up an arm wrestling match and that type of thing. So, really interesting, fun, impromptu in the hotel lobby. I mean, there's people that are, fans of ours that are walking by and they're like, wait a minute, are these guys really arm wrestling? and that type of thing. But it was neat. So anyways, let's, not a whole heck of a lot to the room, pretty basic. You know, most of the rooms, this is actually really nice, and not saying anything bad about the UK or Europe, but typically things are smaller in the hotel rooms here compared to what I may be used to more in the US as far as size of the hotel room. So one thing I walked by and saw that I want to show you is actually the shower, and I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm going to use this tomorrow. But this is the bathroom, and this is the shower, and I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna work, but somehow I'm gonna figure out how to shower in here. Even though I can't really turn the other way. So I'm not really able to turn around. So I really feel like the shower is going to be questionable tomorrow, but it's just another thing that in this world that I don't really fit in. So so that'll be fun, interesting to figure out in the morning. But right now I'm shot. I have had enough. I definitely on these type of trips try to stay up the first day so that I can go to sleep at a normal time that's later, and then try to sleep all night to get on the normal sleeping schedule, even though the time changes. I think it's 6 or 7 hours, something like that. So hopefully I can sleep really good tonight. I feel like I can, and just crash, and then hopefully wake up tomorrow feeling good, and have another exciting day. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this travel video, and look behind the scenes a little bit. And for now, go out and be great, and we'll check you guys later.